This is the Dodgers POSTCAST, your instant game reaction for the Los Angeles Dodgers, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Hello and welcome to the Locked On Dodgers POSTCAST on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Also on Locked On Sports Today and Locked On MLB tonight. I am Pete Fox covering sports in LA dating back to 2007. Tonight's episode of the Locked On Dodgers POSTCAST is brought to you by FanDuel. Football season is around the corner, right around the corner. Visit the FanDuel app today and start planning your future bets now. Well, the Dodgers with another comfortable win. Evan is unimpressed. Start the parade, he says. Evan, I think it is funny that I am such a sucker for your ridiculous comments. I just fall for it every time. And as soon as I see you post something, I'm like, I'm not falling for that. I'm not going to take the bait. And, I do. Hey, a win is a win, right? You can only beat the team that you're playing on that day. And I would much rather win against the Reds than lose. I don't care if the Reds aren't great. They're good. They're over 500. But as we've seen, the Dodgers have trouble sometimes with inferior opponents. So a win is a win. And you're right. It doesn't matter because the Padres won. It does matter. It absolutely matters. So once again, your stupidity reigns supreme. It absolutely matters. Because if they lose and the Padres win, you know what happens then? The Padres gain ground. So it absolutely matters. Pull your head out. Okay, I'm done with you, Evan. Thanks. It doesn't matter. Right. You're right. Winning doesn't matter. Never. Anyway, nice win on the back of Clayton Kershaw once again. That is just becoming regular and extremely positive, reoccurring situation for the Dodgers, which I don't think any of us would have predicted or expected.
This is what you'll be talking about.
Number 22, the future Hall of Famer, Clayton Kershaw. 9-2 now. 5 innings, gave up 1 run on just 2 hits, 6 strikeouts, 72 pitches, the ERA at 3.06. One of the things that really does amaze me about Kershaw is his ability to use all the pitches. He utilizes everything in his arsenal and sets up hitters so nicely, has them off balance, mixes and matches so well, doesn't rely on one pitch to strike guys out. Today, curve, slider, splitter, four seam. Although the splitter is not something we see all that much. It's usually slider and curveball. I used the curveball the most today, and it was on point, like 72 miles an hour, dropping out of the sky. So hard to hit. You wouldn't think that it would be, but it is. It's kind of one of those pitches where if you know it's coming, it doesn't matter. I was there when he threw the no-hitter, and he was throwing that 12-6 curveball that night. And we joked about it afterward, not me and Clayton, but me and other members of the media and Dodger fans all around, that he literally could have said curveball and they would have had no idea. I mean, he just kept relying on it and it was just floating up there. Tonight, it had a lot of that going on. It was right over the plate a lot of the times, but dropping out of the sky. Just a tough pitch to hit. Then you mix in the slider, and that makes it even tougher. And then the splitter was nice to see, and the four seam, of course, which is when he gets a strikeout with that is heady pitching there because his four seamer is like 92. That's a changeup for guys these days. So all is well in the land of Clayton Kershaw, and let's not even start thinking about what it all means for the future. It doesn't matter. We're playing for right now in this season. Clayton Kershaw is out there doing his job every 5 or 6 days, and that's what we need out of him. And the starting rotation to continue doing these things, working into the 5th and 6th inning, giving the bullpen relief. Again, as we said last night, the Dodgers starting pitchers have upped their game in the month of August, the third in all of Major League Baseball for the most innings accumulated since the start of August by the starters, which is nice to see. And then Enriquez came in for the sixth. He gave up 2 hits, but got out of it pretty quick on 6 pitches. Kasperius had a bit of a rough start to his outing. He threw 20 pitches, surrendered a home run. He did strike out the side, though. That's always amazing when that happens. You give up a home run, you can't find the strike zone, and then you settle down and strike out the side. 2 runs, only 1 hit, and 3 Ks. Trinan, 14 pitches. He had 2 Ks and 1 hit. And then Tanner Scott back in there, 15 pitches, just 1 hit. The rest zeros across the board. So a competent, well-executed bullpen performance today as the Dodgers continue to get the pitching back where it needs to be. Now tonight, the offense once again was on point.
Time to reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
Well, they jumped out to a 2-1 lead on a Kike Hernandez sac fly to left. But I thought the turning point was Will Smith's homer in the 6th because it gave him a 2-run advantage, and it keyed a very large inning in which the Dodgers batted around. Always love it when a team can bat around. Will Smith led off that inning, the 6th, and then he led off the 7th as well. The solo shot to right center, nice piece of Will Smith hitting. And by that, I mean Will Smith doing what he does, getting his hands inside and just driving right through the ball, hitting it to center. This one was a little bit more right center. His 16th round tripper of the year. It wasn't a bomb, 388, I believe. He hadn't had a home run since August 13th and was 4 of his last 34 prior to that hit. So not absolutely red hot as we've seen him all year. So it's nice to see Will Smith, have a good night, hopefully get back on track and start driving balls to the deepest parts of Dodger Stadium or wherever they are playing. Then shortly thereafter, Andy Pages doubled to left, got a ball up and in and just turned on it the way that we used to see him do all the time. And it didn't always work out for him because, he was too dependent on that. But now, because he can hit it to the other side, to the right side as well, he looks for pitches to hit in certain situations and got one right there up and in and just turned on it and got his hands on top of the ball and drove it down the line for a double. And then Kike singled, and then Miggy roped one to center. Did you hear Miggy's batting average in the last month or so? 380, and he's continuing to just rope balls all over the yard. That ball was hit hard to center field. Got the center fielder for the Reds all twisted up. He didn't know which way was up or which way was down. Who was that, by the way? Marte. He was all over the place, but it was hit hard and driven to the warning track there. So nice hit there for Miggy, couple of RBI. Then Ohtani knocked him in. 3 runs with 2 outs as the Dodgers lead the majors with 2 out runs. A fantastic stat to have on your side. 6-3 the final today as the Dodgers get their 75th win, 42-24. Make that 76, 43-24 at home. Always good to be good at home, especially when you're like the Dodgers and you struggle on the road. But we're going to focus on what's happening here and now, and that's winning at Dodger Stadium because they're playing at Dodger Stadium and they're beating up on the Reds, and that is 100% okay with me. It is the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Place to hang out when every game is done. We're also on Locked On Sports today and Locked On MLB tonight. So thanks for joining us there if you are watching on one of those 2 channels. Don't forget to check out the Locked On Daily Dodgers podcast Monday through Friday with Travis Rogers. He gets into the deep things about what's going on in the Dodger universe, as well as, breaking down the trends here and there and talking about wins and losses and whatnot. But they come at you Monday through Friday. And we're here right after every game with instant reaction on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Today's episode of the Locked On Dodgers postcast is brought to you by FanDuel. Today is August 26th, officially FanDuel Futures Day, brand new holiday for football fans. Not over yet, depending on where you are. Here in SoCal, it's just before 10, so I got a couple more hours to get in on this one. Brand new holiday, FanDuel Futures Day. It's for those people who live for bold predictions and preseason hunches. For the day of August 26th, you have 24 hours. FanDuel is giving you deals on NFL season predictions. So whether you're calling your MVP, ready to crown your Super Bowl champ, or eyeing a long shot division winner, before week one even kicks off, now is the time to get in on the action and get special deals on those predictions. If you head over to FanDuel using the app or the website, the app's always easier and a lot more fun. So check out their app, FanDuel, today, and start planning your future bets now, because Futures Day is one day and one day only. Got a couple more hours. Get in on the action ASAP. FanDuel Futures Day. Play your game. Tonight's episode also brought to you by our friends at 5 Hour Energy. Time to fuel up and turn it up with 5 Hour Energy Transfusion, the grape, ginger, and lime flavored shot that brings the iconic taste of a golf course favorite to a non-alcoholic boost. Perfect for draining birdies or making great memories with friends. It's a hole-in-one for your energy game, whether you're out on the course or just need a little extra push to power through your day. Maybe you're working a half day. You got to get through that to get to the golf course and squeeze 9 in at twilight. Well, 5 Hour Energy Transfusion delivers the clubhouse flavor you love without ever leaving the green. Golf is all about good times and good people, good flavors. Grape, ginger, lime is one of those great flavors from 5 Hour Energy. Transfusion gives you the best parts of your clubhouse go-to without leaving the course or chasing down the bev card. Now you can amp up the fun even more. Just buy, snap, and enter for a chance to win a dream golf trip for two to any golf tournament in the USA. Like I said yesterday, I couldn't remember the course, but Pebble Beach would be the one for me. I think that would be a fantastic tournament to attend and just wander around beautiful Monterey Peninsula. So tee up this trip, get in on the winning, visit 5he.com, 5hewin.com. So like 5 Hour Energy, but 5hewin.com is the website for full rules and entry. No purchase necessary. Excludes the Masters. Ends October 31st, 2025. All right, Dodgers 6-3 the final tonight over the Reds. They've now won 3 in a row. Padres won tonight as well, even though Evan thinks it doesn't matter that the Dodgers won because the Padres won. It does matter, because winning, as Nuke Lelouch said, is always better than losing. And had the Dodgers lost tonight, the Padres would have caught them again at the top of the West and tied them. But with 2 of them winning, Dodgers maintain that 1-game advantage in the West, and their playoff probability now up to 99.9. So the chances of them not making the playoffs are very slim. And look, as we've said, their remaining series, aside from the Phillies, they don't have too much difficulty ahead, whereas the Padres, on the other hand, have some tougher teams ahead of them. For example, the Mariners, who they're playing right now. Mariners rallied in that, and they were down 5 or 6-0, and they caught them and grabbed a lead. So after Seattle, it's on to Minnesota. Then they got to play Baltimore and Colorado too. They play Cincinnati, Colorado. Then they have the Mets, White Sox, and Milwaukee, Arizona. So where the Dodgers have one tough series before the end of the season, the Padres have 2, as they have to face the Mets and Milwaukee, because Arizona's not good. Chicago, White Sox aren't good. And again, Colorado, we know what's up with them. Cincinnati, Baltimore, Minnesota. Minnesota's, okay, can be good at times, but not really. So, yeah, it's going to be a tight finish. No doubt about it. Without a doubt, this West is going to be up for grabs right down to the very end of the season. But it's really all about seeding and who you're going to meet when you get into the playoffs. As for the player of the game tonight for the Dodgers,
this is the Locked On Player of the Game.
This is a tough one tonight. I the way Kershaw has been pitching, last time out, I gave him player of the game because he was dominant, and it's hard not to say the same thing about his performance tonight. 5 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 6 Ks, and the number that really we love to see, I don't know that it's the most important, but it is monumentally important without a doubt. No walks. Let's look at Kershaw's last 5 outings. He's had a grand total of 1. Sorry, that was home runs. He's given up 1 home run. But he's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 walks over those 5 outings, dating back to July 26th. The last time he went without a walk was August 1st against Tampa. So that adds to another super solid performance for him. 5 2/3 on the 21st. So today, 5 innings, right in the same ballpark. So, as competent as you would want, and without a doubt, what we expect from Kershaw of late. He is Mr. Reliable. He is back to being good old Clayton Kershaw. It's Kershaw day for the Dodgers whenever the lefty gets the ball. And our probability of winning that game is definitely elevated when Kershaw is on the mound. So in spite of Will Smith hitting his first home run in a couple of weeks, in spite of Andy Pajes with a couple of hits, honorable mention for those guys, Freddie with a hit, Conforto had a hit with a runner in scoring position. Dodgers 3 for 9 tonight, by the way, with runners in scoring position, which was nice to see. PK, couple of hits for him. Nice to see Kike back in the lineup, on the field, back on the roster, off of the IL. The player of the game is Clayton Kershaw, because when Clayton Kershaw is out there striking people out, throwing that curveball, has them off balance with the slider, it gives the Dodgers a very high confidence level and a very high probability of winning. Because it just doesn't feel like the opposition is threatening. I know the Reds scored first, and it was 1-1 there till the third, but it just gives you this feeling that the Dodgers are on top of things and they're not digging out of a hole. And with the way their offense has been prior to this last 3-game stretch, where it's been super inconsistent up and down, you never know what you're going to get. They might score 3 or 4 in the first and then go to sleep for 5 or 6 innings. When your pitcher can come out and shut things down and marginalize the opposition, that gives the offense a little bit of an opportunity to get their footing and get out there and take care of business and find their way real quick. So, and then it's a tight game. You're not terribly worried. And I feel like Kershaw doesn't necessarily have an issue with dealing with a tight game. He doesn't feel like a guy that needs a ton of run support. He's fine. He'll go out there and do what he does. And I know that many of you did not think it was possible at this advanced age after what we've seen from him lately. But I thought it was possible. I am surprised, though, as well. I definitely didn't think it was an impossibility, because at the end of the day, he's still Clayton Kershaw and he's healthy, right? Yeah, he doesn't throw in the high 90s, but the fact is he still knows how to pitch. And that's what I've said all along. So he knows how to keep guys off balance, and that's what he's doing. And the curveball is still fantastic, and the slider is still fantastic. And those two things he has hung his hat on his entire career. So why not keep doing it? And that's exactly what is working for him. So let's hope he continues to stay healthy, knock on wood, and keep striking batters out, keeping opponents off balance, and winning games for the Dodgers. Again, he's now 9-2 after the win. So player of the game, Clayton Kershaw, in a 6-3 win for the Dodgers. That's going to do it for us here tonight on the Locked On Dodgers postcast on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Don't forget to check out Travis Rogers, the Locked On Dodgers daily podcast, Monday through Friday, right here on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. Tomorrow, the finale at 5:40 Shohei goes versus Nick Lodolo. Again, that's 540 for Dodgers and Reds. Let me double check that I have that right. And there is no other. Yeah, Wednesday, off day on Thursday. So that'll be nice because they haven't had an off day in it seems like a long time. So off day for that was an off day for the Reds. Is it an off day for the Dodgers too? Let me double check. Where's the schedule? 76 and 57, by the way. I know I mentioned that earlier. One game ahead of the Padres, who won tonight as well. So Dodgers, yeah, they're off on Thursday as well, getting ready for the D-backs coming to town on Friday. So we'll talk to you tomorrow after a 5:40 start at the Ravine. Break it down when it is over right here on the Locked On Dodgers YouTube channel. We appreciate you allowing us to be your source for your team every day. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, and appreciate your comments. Take care. Have a good night. We'll talk.